You were not born to be forgotten. You were not created to blend in, to fade into the background, or to live a life of silent resignation. You were made to rise, to roar, and to etch your name into the fabric of history. There's a fire in your soul that cannot be extinguished, a storm in your heart that demands to be unleashed. The world might not see it yet, but that doesn't mean it isn't there. Your time is coming. Not when you're ready, but when you decide you're done waiting. Make them remember your name, not because you followed the rules, not because you stayed comfortable, but because you dared to defy the odds, because you kept going when others quit, because you stood tall when life tried to break you. Your legacy isn't written in ink. It's carved by grit, sweat, and the choices you make when no one's watching. Step out of the shadows. Walk into the light. You weren't born to be average. You were born to be unforgettable. Let your actions echo louder than doubt. Let your name thunder through time. There will be moments when you're overlooked, moments when your work, your effort, and your heart are dismissed or unseen. That's when you dig deeper. That's when you become relentless. You don't need applause to be great. You don't need validation to prove your worth. You need obsession. You need hunger. You need a reason that sets your soul on fire. When the world closes its eyes to your light, shine brighter. When they tell you to stay quiet, speak louder with action. This isn't about ego. This is about destiny. It's about fulfilling the mission only you were born to complete. The greats were doubted. Legends were underestimated. But they didn't stop. They didn't fold. They kept showing up, even when it was easier to disappear. Make them remember your name, not because you asked for recognition, but because you earned it through battle scars and sleepless nights. Don't wait for permission. Don't seek approval. Demand your place by becoming undeniable. The moment you decide you won't be forgotten is the moment your legacy begins to take shape. You have within you a power far greater than your circumstances, your past, or your pain. But power means nothing without purpose. It's not about being noticed. It's about being significant. It's about standing for something so strongly, so passionately, that the world can't help but take notice. Make them remember your name because you stood for greatness when mediocrity was easier. Because you didn't crumble under pressure, you rose through it. Because you didn't complain, you created. Every struggle you face is a chisel shaping your masterpiece. Every setback is a setup for your comeback. There will be pain and there will be failure. But those are the raw ingredients of greatness. You don't just survive, you transform. You don't just endure, you elevate. The path won't be clear. The climb won't be easy. But the view from the top is reserved for those who refuse to turn back. Let every no fuel your determination. Let every door that slammed in your face become the reason you build your own. Let them doubt you. Let them forget you. And then make them remember you forever. Legacy isn't something you leave behind after death. It's something you live while you're alive. It's the footprint you plant with every decision, every action, every day you wake up and choose not to quit. Too many wait until it's too late. They wait for the perfect moment, the ideal opportunity, the magic sign. But you don't wait. You work, you bleed, you fight. And in doing so, you carve your name into the walls of time. The ones who are remembered are not always the loudest or the most gifted. They are the most relentless. They show up when it's hard. They rise when they're broken. They give more when they have nothing left. Your story is not over. Your name is not forgotten. You are still breathing, which means you still have the power to change everything, to start again, to become more. Make them remember your name because you turned your pain into power, your wounds into weapons, your struggle into strength. You don't have to be born a legend. You just have to become one, day by day, fight by fight. You have to understand, your name carries weight. When it's forged in the fire, it becomes more than syllables. It becomes a statement, a warning, a legend. The world doesn't hand out greatness. It demands you snatch it with bare hands, scarred knuckles, and unbreakable will. Make them remember your name, not because it was handed to you, but because you built it when no one believed you could. Because you outworked them all. Because when they slept, you trained. When they partied, you studied. When they doubted, you delivered. This is not about showing off. It's about showing up. When the noise gets loud, go silent and stay focused. When distractions try to derail you, lock in. There's no time to explain your dreams to those who can't see your vision. Let your results speak. Let your legacy shout. When the world sees your name, they should feel something. Not fear, not envy, but respect. Earn it every day. not with arrogance, but with excellence, not with entitlement, but with execution. Make your name a symbol. Make it undeniable. Make it immortal. There is something sacred about a person who refuses to be broken, about a soul who's been bent, battered, and bruised, but never buried. That's you. You are not the scars you carry, but the strength they represent. You've walked through darkness others never knew existed. You've suffered in silence, kept moving through storms, and kept believing when belief was all you had left. And you're still here. That alone is proof you're built different. Now use that fire, use that pain, turn it into passion, so fierce it cannot be ignored. Make them remember your name, because you turned your wounds into wisdom, your failures into fuel, because you used your rock bottom as a foundation for greatness. The ones who leave a mark on this world are not the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who were forged in adversity, the ones who faced the unthinkable and kept going. You don't need perfection. You need perseverance. You don't need applause. You need purpose. You were not born to be silent. You were born to roar. Let the world hear you now. People will underestimate you. They will doubt your abilities, your vision, your grind. Let them think you won't make it. That's fuel. That's fire. That's your advantage. While they sleep on you, work in silence. Let your hunger outgrow their noise. The truth is, most people are too afraid to chase greatness, so they mock those who do. Don't take it personally. Use it strategically. Let their doubt become your drive. Make them remember your name, because you proved them all wrong. Not with words, but with action. You don't need to shout from rooftops. You just need to show up every day with that unwavering commitment to your mission. Move with purpose. Build with passion. Rise with resilience. Your name doesn't have to be big today, but one day it'll echo in places your feet haven't even touched yet. One day they'll tell your story with awe, but that begins now, in the silence, in the grind, in the moments no one sees. Greatness doesn't announce itself. It's earned. It's built. One moment at a time. One decision at a time. There's no map to legacy. No shortcuts to significance. It's carved through consistency, through the hard days. You don't want to keep going, but you do anyway. That's the difference between remembered and forgotten. It's not just about talent. It's about tenacity. Make them remember your name, because when the road broke others, you built a bridge. Because when the pressure crushed most, you turned it into diamonds. You didn't avoid the pain. You walked through it, and every step forward added to the legend you're becoming. The world tries to sell ease and comfort. Don't buy it. Choose growth. Choose challenge. Choose the fight. Because in that fight, your character is forged. In that fight, your greatness is born. You don't chase applause. You chase mastery. And mastery isn't a moment. It's a lifetime of decisions, fueled by discipline. You want to be remembered. Then never forget what you're fighting for. Your name is more than letters. It's a legacy in motion. Make them remember it not for who you were, but for who you dared to become. When the world doubted you most, the mirror doesn't lie, but it doesn't define you either. It shows who you are now, not who you can become. Every day, you write your story with every choice. Are you building a legacy, or wasting your breath? Are you surviving, or dominating? The truth is, the clock is ticking. One day, it will stop, and when it does, what will be left? A name forgotten, or a name engraved in minds and hearts, long after you're gone. Make them remember your name, because you lived with intention, because you left everything on the field, because you loved fiercely, fought bravely, and never held back. There's honor in that. There's immortality in that. You don't have to be a celebrity. You don't need a million followers. You just need to be real, be relentless, and be remembered. Be the one who showed others what was possible. Be the one who changed everything for yourself and for generations to come. Your life is your message. Your grind is your legacy. Make sure your name lives longer than you do. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next year. Right now, you have everything you need to begin. The pain, use it. The fear, face it. The dream, chase it. Make them remember your name, because you refuse to die with your greatness still inside you. Because you turned your potential into power, your passion into purpose, your voice into a battle cry. You don't owe the world silence. You owe it greatness. You owe it every ounce of fight you've got left. So rise, rise when you're tired. Rise when you're doubted. Rise when you're broken. And keep rising until your name becomes a symbol for those who come after you. Until others speak your name, not out of pity, but out of pride. Until your name becomes synonymous with victory, with fire, with heart. The world may try to forget you. Let them try. Just make sure they fail. Burn your name into the sky with your work, your courage, your discipline. And when your story ends, let the world say you lived loud, you fought hard, and you made them remember your name.